Hello, I am Custom OGT. That is OGL. And we are going to listen to the Allman Brothers. As per demand by Hank Jr. and an Elvis guru, Gary Goodman.
Gary never steers us wrong.
So, the Allman Brothers, as a North Carolinian here, I grew up right above Marshall Tucker Band, and right under the West Virginia coal mines where Ramsey was at, and the Allman Brothers and Muscle Shoals was right down the road. So before we get into some context, I'd like to
Dwayne Allman, of course, came into Muscle Shoals and wanted a gig, so he put up his pup tent on my parking lot at the studio, and finally, I gave him his shot.
When Dwayne showed up, he was probably one of the first guys with long hair and kind of the hippie look, but what really made him stand out was he was a wonderful guitar player.
I had never heard a slide guitar played like Dwayne Allman could play it.
Dwayne had been in Los Angeles, had a group called the Hourglass with his brother Greg.
They signed us on this big contract, and they wouldn't let us play anywhere. I think we crossed a paved road. I said, the horse is shod. It's what? It's got shoes on, you know? And if he slips, he'll bust both of his butts. So don't give him any reins. And guess what happened? And he hit right here.
him breaking his arm is where the slide guitar comes from. There would be no Freebird if he wouldn't have broke his arm. So
his arm in a sling. He was pissed off at the world, and I did what I could do. I put it down in front of his door, had it wrapped up and everything, and I knocked on the door and ran. I guess about 2.5 hours later, my phone rings and it's him. He says, "Get over here, baby bro, quick." And baby bro, he called me that, baby brother.
Maybe they didn't invent it, but
I'll still get that bottle, by the way. Somehow.
That's cool.
Dwayne came here. He was on the Wilson Pickett session that we did.
There was always a slight problem when we would go out, all of us white boys with a black artist, that we'd get looks, okay? But there was nothing as bad as going out with a long-haired hippie with us white boys. They couldn't stand that, right? And so both of them stayed back.
So they went on lunch break, and my brother went up to Wilson, and he said, "Man, why don't you cut Hey Jude, a Beatles song?"
At that point, I was mostly trying to create an original career Wilson Pickett, right? My songs.
Pickett and I in unison both said, "Look, are you crazy? We're going to cover the Beatles?" And of course, Dwayne said, "Exactly."
While we were gone, Dwayne changed our whole session.
Just remember, under your skin.
Muscle Shoals, the Allman Brothers, go hand in hand. And we also seen where the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, U2, Bob Dylan, Chubby Checker, so many people were singing Hank Williams songs. And we just seen that two of the first hits from the Rolling Stones and the Beatles were a cover of Arthur Alexander, which was the first artist to release, what do we call that?
I'm amazed that the story of Muscle Shoals isn't more well known and shown more. It's
Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman, right there.
Yep. Wilson Pickett.
And the song
Aretha
Respect
Franklin.
is about literally, it's about Muscle Shoals. It's not about like her black heritage. It's about Muscle Shoals. Respect. Find out what that means to me. All right. We're going to do this. Thank you. catch my breath. Go ahead, bud.
That's all right. I have heard the name Duane Allman a lot, just as a influence to a lot of guitar players. I don't have a whole lot of experience hearing the man himself play, and I have noticed that whenever you hear like a guy who's a great, you can tell as soon as you hit a couple of notes. It's in the sound, the touch. To continue to overuse an already overused phrase that does sometimes work, Duane has it in spades. Just has great command of his instrument. It's very vocal sounding. Like he's making that guitar talk. He's making it sing. He's duetting with his brother. Greg's voice, crystal clear. Really sits pretty high. Really nice sounding, but he can put some grit into there.
They were high, too, for sure.
Yeah. I didn't realize they had two drummers. That is hard to make that work. Both of those guys must be in sync, like machine-like. But like the groove of the song doesn't feel rigid. It feels loose. It feels organic. The bass line there is also very intricate. Like it's a very rhythmically dense song. But yeah, this is like, that's how you do a mid-song jam right there. That was really impressive. Just Duane's guitar stands out, obviously. But just the sheer rhythmic activity and density behind him was just incredible. And I did not know that Greg played keys as well. So these guys are busy. Yeah, it's really musical and really emotional. And yeah, got me right in the feels.
Yeah, you'll hear Boston and bands like that quoted as like the originators of of that sound. But I'm pretty sure the Allman Brothers predate Boston, but I could be wrong, but I'm not. Not on the date. Not on the date. I love Boston, don't get me wrong. I think because of long hair and because of the Civil War, which wasn't all that black and white either. Pardon the pun. It's just demonized. But I heard a wise man tell me, and for nothing but context reasons, he was an African American man who lived in the South, and he said that people who, like Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers and the band Alabama, and those who kept flying that flag until it was just obviously been turned into a hate symbol, those were the ones that didn't have anything to hide. The ones that ran and hit it real quick were the ones that were the problem, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Ronnie Van Zant was buried in a Neil Young t-shirt. And Neil Young has covered Sweet Home Alabama more than any other artist ever. So Neil Young was an illegal alien from Canada. He was talking shit about the South. I love Neil Young, though. Poor Dead in Ohio, man. That song.
Yeah.
That was we've done that one. That the Kent State shootings. The first shooting in America.
Yeah.
Was not the Columbine kids, and it was not primarily Manson. It was the American government.
Yeah, it wasn't a disgruntled student. It was our government mowing down
unarmed children on a campus
who posed no threat whatsoever. Yeah.
They started a fire in a building. Oh no, you guys with big riot gear. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just, I think, Duane just influenced so many guitar players after his, because he died, 3 years after this? Was it 73 that he had his accident?
I'm not sure. So
I know it wasn't long. So yeah, that was, so life and a great talent taken from us. Man, we got 7 more minutes left. We better stop talking and let these guys do the jam.
I've been such a fool, and I had to stand by and take it, babe. Oh, for loving you. I drown myself in sorrow as I look at what you've done. But nothing seemed to change. The bedtime stayed the same. And I better run the whole time I see it. Oh, sometimes I I'm dying. sometimes. Oh, sometimes. Oh, sometimes. I feel that I'm down.
Like, man, I put my elbows, I ain't slammed the guitar down. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I need breathing treatments and nurses and shit.
Yeah, I think the actual studio.
All right, sorry.
That's all right. The studio original was like half the song, so this is definitely like what you call the expanded edition.
6 minutes.
I can only imagine what it'd be like to hear the original. I remember Danny playing that for me when we were just chilling in Discord, and it was awesome. It was a badass song. I can't imagine hearing that and then seeing this performance live. You know, double the length with. Yeah, like how do you even break that down? That like there's no auto tune, no explosions on stage, nothing. Just 6 musicians at the top of their game, playing with everything they got. And yeah, that was a thing of beauty.
That's, and no cell phones in that crowd. Like, I mean, it was literally a spiritual experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you had a little light show there, but man, the reason why I said they were high is because the one of the stories Recall tells at Muscle Shoals was that, you know, not Mick Jagger, but Keith Richards and Dwayne Allman were there at the same time, and Rick was like, "Ain't nobody getting high or nothing. Y'all can't be doing that." And they're like, "Nah." Keith and Dwayne looked at each other like, "Why y'all keep going to the bathroom?" There's a bathroom on the left, man. That's what CCR said. The bad mood rising, there's a bathroom on the left. Or is it the right? I don't know.
It was the right.
I'm out of breath. I ain't got no more. I'm sorry.
It was awesome. Just breaking that down would almost not be doing it justice. It was amazing. The Allman Brothers were a thing of beauty to behold in their prime. And yeah, check this out if you haven't.
I figured everyone would appreciate the Muscle Shoals story too. I don't know if everybody knows that. And of course, you know, the African Americans were stigmatized way longer, but at one point, long hair was more demonized in the South. That's how Leonard Skinner got their name. The teacher, Leonard Skinner, kept putting them in detention for having long hair. It was banned, just like the segregated bathrooms and stuff. Long hair was not allowed.
It is, yeah. If you didn't live through it, it's hard to conceive. But yeah, there used to be a huge stigma attached to dudes with long hair. You saw it on that foot, but to go out with a long-haired hippie, that's even worse. You know, just that. It's crazy to think about it, but for a while there, it was true.
The iconic song, I went to apply for the job or whatever, and
Signs.
said, "You look like a fine, outstanding young man. I think you do." Yeah. I said, but I pulled off my hat, said, "Imagine that. Me working for you is what he's talking about." Showed him his long hair. Yeah. So, yeah, much love, everybody. I need oxygen.
Thanks to support the channel down below. Let us know what other songs you'd like us to react to, and we'll be here to knock them out. This was yeah, this was eye-opening and ear-opening. So you guys have a good one. Mental health is real. Listen to your music often. It's your best support group.
It's made my soul shine. Don't hate on Warren Hayes, man. He wrote the song. Much love. Son of a bitch, that was pause again, man. Why do I keep doing that? The Bluebirds.